Hello, this is a game between Nepomniachtchi and Evgeny Tomashevsky. This is a third round tie-break, and another draw, another day, another draw in Russia in the World Cup. Well, at least this draw was exciting. Like comparing to the draw by the same round 3, Vashila Graf with Yakovenko was pretty boring draw. This draw was like exciting draw. So let's see actually what happened. Tomashevsky started off with d4. Nepomniachtchi play knight to f6. Tomashevsky goes for Indian game c4. g6 by Nepomniachtchi, West Indian defense. f3, knight to f3 by Tomashevsky. So Nepomniachtchi plays bishop g7. Oh, trying to attack. I mean, try to make some conversation with this rook. But Tomashevsky does the same thing. He plays g3 and put his bishop on g2. So it's pretty similar positions, I would say. castle. It's pretty similar. Now Tomashevsky play a4, pushing the pawns. Very important actually. This is good idea to push the pawns. Bring his knight to a3, bishop to f5 by Nepomniachtchi. Bishop to f4 by Tomashevsky. Now bishop e4 by Nepo, maybe trying to kind of damage this structure. Damage this structure, open some files, open some squares. But it's queen to b3 by Tomashevsky, attacking this pawn. Nepo wants to go for a queen exchange, but Tomashevsky doesn't want to exchange the queens, which only means that he wants to attack and kind of feel confident about it, I guess. So Nepomniachtchi makes another attempt to exchange the queens, but Tomashevsky ignores his idea. Brings rook to file c file. Pawn a5. So this pawn is actually very active. These pawns are active. However, the pawn chain is amazing as well by Nepomniachtchi. d5 now, c5 now. So it's kind of threatening this. Bishop to e5 by Tomashevsky to actually give support to this pawn, this square. Take, queen takes. So now Tomashevsky is ready to exchange the queens. They exchange the pawns, exchange the bishops. King g2, bishop knight to d7 by Nepomniachtchi. They exchange the bishops on g7 as well. So it's pretty equal game. However, this pawn is kind of active and attractive, and yeah, so slightly advantage for Tomashevsky, I would say. So now I can exchange the knight, but Tomashevsky doesn't want to exchange things. Like he just wants to kind of play his own game, his ideas. He seems not, because when you exchange your pieces, more like you kind of whatever, like let's kind of play for a draw. But when you don't exchange your pieces, you mean you need them for your plan. So he doesn't exchange. He just pushes the pawns. Look at these pawns; they're going up the board. Exchange the now. Now they exchange the. They exchange the knights. now this this knight is very active, probably trying to do some damage. They exchange the rooks, so it looks like they kind of Tomashevsky is down on time, so maybe he is thinking now about the draw. He's activating his king. Now he's on e3. He loses a pawn on a5, but he takes on b7. It's a check. And these are some ideas of on this diagonal. This knight is very powerful, very active. Okay, so this is a check. Still trying to attack this pawn, but he's defended by Nepo's rook. So as you can see, Tomashevsky doesn't want to exchange the knights. He brings his king. He wants to probably bring his king to e5 and then kind of start threatening stuff. Okay, so he pushes his pawn again, so these pawns are kind of active. And now I think Nepo makes mistake. Maybe it's time pressure. He plays rook to c8, giving away this pawn, and then with the check. And now it allows this pawn e5, and this is very, very dangerous. Attacking this pawn now, Nepo. But this is a knight. Wow, nice move from Tomashevsky. And this pawn is going up again. And Nepo check. But he can't actually do anything. He can take this pawn maybe. Okay, he took the pawn. But now he's got a check from Tomashevsky. Now this pawn is under attack. But the king is coming, so looks like Tomashevsky has got a plan. He doesn't care about pawns. He's got bigger fish to fry. This this knight is kind of misplaced now. Check. I like the fact that this king, Tomashevsky's king, is like trying to fight with the rook. It's like 1-on-1, then decide to exchange the pawns. And now now actually engine says that this checkmate by white is actually unavoidable, so which means white is actually to win in a few 2-3 moves. And engine actually advising to play h4, probably to let king run away, but he says checkmate is unavoidable. So, but because of the time scramble and time pressure, Tomashevsky is down on time, like he's got like 20 seconds, so he's scared that he can actually maybe lose at some point, blunder. Nepomniachtchi has got like 2 minutes 48 seconds, so they accept draw. I mean, probably Tomashevsky, it's painful probably for him to accept this draw, but because of the time pressure he probably has to do that, because it would probably take him time to maybe this with the check goes here, maybe check. Yeah, so it would take him time to checkmate Nepo, probably under time pressure, so they accepted draw. But like I said, this draw was exciting, so at least, you know, we saw some power, some desire to win, to create attack by Tomashevsky. he was like, you can see he was like brave. He wasn't like scared of Nepo. He was like going for this. You offer me exchange? No way, man. I'm not taking exchange. I'm going. I have a plan to do. I'm gonna trash you. That's what Tomashevsky thought, I guess. In his mind was like, I'm not worrying about exchanges. I'm not talking to my opponent. I'm not making any conversation on board. I'm just going to trash him with my plan. But time pressure actually showed that it's not easy, so ended up in a draw. Very unlucky Tomashevsky. Very lucky Nepo. Very, very lucky. So let's see what's the next game between them. What's the result be? Thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed it. And this was the tie-break game between Tomashevsky and Nepomniachtchi, round 3 FIDE World Cup, Russia 2019.